Welcome, welcome. Thank you for blessing me to allow you to talk to you about mental health. My name is Sean Farrell, and thank you for caring about so much about mental health. And it seems like I'm reaching a lot of people in a positive way. And as long as I can reach people in a positive way, that makes my heart happy, and that makes me happy. That makes me very happy. So, I talked about social anxiety last week and how that contributed to me um, leaving a job. Well, um, there are a couple of examples. I have actually three examples of how my how my anxiety actually got started. Actually, four, but for those of you who've watched this channel, I've told you about the time I got my shorts pulled down on the bus. Um, you know, okay, and but there was another incident when I was in the 11th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade. Can't remember 11th grade, but I was actually on the bus, and the school bus that is no man's land. Anything goes there. Almost anything goes there. Anything goes on the school bus. So I'm on the bus one day, and I'm going home, and I'm sitting by myself, and somebody just starts talking to me. Though can't remember what they were talking to me about, and I just want to be left alone. He starts talking to me, and my anxiety instantly comes into play, and he's talking to me, and he's asking me questions, and so as he's asking me questions, um, my anxiety completely took over. Completely took over. My anxiety completely took over, and it was so high to the point where I couldn't even answer the questions he was asking, and I just wanted to be left alone. So he's asking me questions. I'm mumbling answers like, well, well, I just say that, and the kids are on the bus are laughing the whole time. May may I may I say they were laughing the whole time. They were laughing the whole time, and but he was still asking me questions, but I was still mumbling answers. Well, well, you see, uh, just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And at this point, I'm sweating. I'm sweating. I'm sweating like Patrick Ewing in the fourth quarter. Okay, I just want this guy to stop talking to me, and I just want and I just want all the kids to quit laughing at me. And um, when it finally came to my high stop, I ran off. When it finally came to a stop, I ran off the bus to get off. Um, and yeah, so that was my first really big run in, I would say, with anxiety. That was my first really big run in with anxiety that I had. Um, I would say also that another form of anxiety would be probably when I went to school for a brief time. Yes, I went into yes I went into college after high school for a little bit for a little for a little for a little bit, yeah, a little bit. And there was a class. Excuse me. Excuse me. There was a class that I took. Okay, and and um and it was ironically a math class. Ironically, a math class. Um, and I was so anxious. I was so anxious about taking that class. I was so anxious about taking that class that my anxiety just took over again. My anxiety just took over again, and one day I just couldn't go to class because of my anxiety. Partly because I didn't know the material, and number two, my anxiety had just completely taken over. Again, my anxiety just completely taken over again, and so that was my second big run-in with anxiety, but um, it affects every aspect of your life, and to this day, it still does affect every kind of does affect every aspect of my life. Long before, um, long before this stuff ever hit, before this stuff ever hit in March, last March, long before that, I had always ordered my groceries online and just picked them up at the in the drop off in the pickup in the online pickup area, and just driving just driving to the store to pick up my groceries caused me anxiety because I knew I was going to be a whole bunch of cars, dealing with a whole bunch of cars. So just driving, picking up my groceries gave me anxiety, even though I wasn't even going to be getting out of my car. Even though I wasn't even going to be getting out of my car, I still had anxiety. I still picking up my groceries gives me anxiety. Um, so um, I still get hit affected by anxiety in the morning. Sometimes I can't get it up. I can't get hit up, and when I do get up, I'm thinking about the day ahead. Um, I'm thinking instead of thinking about what I'm doing now, I sometimes dread the day to come. Um, and it's always and anxiety is not an easy thing to deal with. And I'm just gonna give you this final example of an anxiety slash panic attack that I had in 2015. I was at lunch one day. And I was on my phone looking at some other jobs. And in the process of looking, I didn't see anything that um I couldn't that I really didn't like. And all of a sudden, these racing thoughts just go through my head. It's like, bam. What if I don't find a job? What if I don't do this? What if I don't do that? What if I let my girlfriend down? What if I do this? Yada 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 yada. Racing thoughts the whole time. Racing thoughts this whole time. And those thoughts race so fast because I was thinking about what if I don't do this? What if I don't do this? What if this doesn't happen? What if this doesn't happen? What will my girlfriend think? She will think I'm a failure. And then all of a sudden, my body just sort of shook. It just shook. And I didn't know what had happened. I did not know what had happened to me. But my body just, there was a feeling that went through my body that just, and I could not figure out what happened to me. All I know is I wasn't feeling right for about the next week and I wasn't feeling right for about the next week and a half. And I spent months and years trying to figure out what had happened. Then all of a sudden it hit me. You had an anxiety / panic attack. So yeah, I've had a few big run-ins with anxiety, but yeah, I've had a few big run-ins with anxiety, but I'm still here. But I'm still here telling you stories and telling you personal stories and like I said, I've had people reach out to me. Telling me their stories of the mental health issues that they have had. And no, it just really warms my heart when I see people reaching out like that to me. And it makes me really, really happy knowing that I'm reaching people. All right. I think I said everything that I've wanted to say. Look out for some mental health photo shoot pictures that'll be on my Instagram page soon. Look for that. Looking to start a mental health podcast as well. And also stay tuned for I am also working with my boy Avi King Visuals on a documentary. So that's going to be pretty exciting. So I'm looking forward to it, and thank you. God is great. May God bless you all. I love you all. Peace, and go Cowboys.